diffusion. In the last video, we had discussed Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law. So, Avogadro's law is under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, equal volumes of all gases contain equal number of molecules. Or we gave the law like this, where V is the volume and small is the number of moles. Then Boyle's law. Boyle's law says temperature remaining constant, the volume of a given mass of a gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. So we can write the law like this: V inversely proportional to pressure. Then we gave Charles' law. Charles' law, we gave the statement and then we derived or we concluded that volume of a given mass of a gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature, or V is directly proportional to capital T, where T is the Kelvin scale of temperature at constant pressure and for a given mass of a gas. So these are basically A, B, C. So Avogadro's law, Boyle's law, Charles' law. So when we combine all the three laws, we get here V directly proportional to, or V proportional to NT by P. If we lift the proportionality sign, we get, or we introduced a proportionality constant, that is capital R, or PV is equal to nRT, where R is the proportionality constant and it is known as universal gas constant. Or molar gas constant. The value of R we'll be deriving later. So this equation is called as ideal gas equation. Where P is the pressure, V is the volume, N is the number of moles, and T is the absolute temperature. And the gas or the gases, those obeys or those obey this ideal gas equation, that is PV equal to nRT exactly, are called as ideal gases. Ideal gas equation is also called as equation of state because it defines the state of the gas completely when all the variables for the gas are specified. For 1 mole of the gas, that is N value will be 1 mole. The ideal gas equation becomes PV equal to RT. This is ideal gas equation for 1 mole of a gas. We can also combine Boyle's law and Charles' law only. So under those conditions, V will be proportional to T by P, or PV by T is equal to constant. Or We can also write P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. A gas is kept under the conditions or at pressure P1, then V1, and temperature is T1. And then pressure changes to P2, volume changes from V1 to V2, and temperature changes from T1 to T2. Then we can have this equation. So this equation, what we have received now, by taking into account PV by T equal to constant, is called as combined gas equation. You can also derive it directly from the ideal gas equation. When N is constant, R is, as such, it is constant. When we keep number of moles constant for any given mass of a gas, then PV by T becomes constant. Thus, we have derived the ideal gas equation and combined gas equation. Now, let us derive a relationship between molar mass, density in terms of ideal gas equation. Number of moles is equal to mass in grams divided by gram molecular mass, or we can also write it as small m by capital M. Now if we substitute this in ideal gas equation, we get PV equal to nRT, or this is equal to small m by capital M RT, or we get here P is equal to small m by V RT by capital M. Now this mass of the gas divided by volume of the gas gives the density. So we can write it as P is equal to density RT by M. Or we can find out the molecular mass of any gas is equal to dRT by P. So this is the expression to calculate the molecular mass from known value of density of a gas at a given temperature and pressure. Now we will get the values of universal gas constant. The ideal gas equation can be given as PV is equal to nRT, or capital R, that is universal gas constant, is equal to PV by NT, where we can write P as pressure, V volume, N number of moles, and T Kelvin scale of temperature. Pressure is nothing but force per unit area. So we can write force per unit area or by area into volume in the numerator divided by number of moles. We can write into Kelvin scale of temperature. Now this area and volume cancels out. So we get here force into length, because area is length square and volume is length cube. So length square, length cube cancels, and then one length is remaining, and then moles. Kelvin. So the units of R can be expressed in terms of pressure, volume, per mole, per degree Kelvin. It can also be expressed as the units of force into length is giving you, force into displacement is giving you work by moles, temperature. The unit of R can also be expressed in terms of the units work done by the gas per degree mole, per mole, per temperature. Now let us find out some of the values of R. So we can write numerical values of R. Number 1. This value is normally used. So at STP, standard temperature pressure, P we are taking as I have already discussed when I was explaining Avogadro's law. Standard temperature pressure is 1 atmosphere. Temperature is 273 Kelvin. And then 1 mole of any gas at STP, that is 1 atmospheric pressure and 273 Kelvin, occupies a volume of 22.4 liters. So number of moles, 1 mole. Then R value we can substitute as all these values, that is 1 atmosphere into volume 22.4 liters, 1 mole, and then 273 Kelvin. When we calculate all this, R value comes out as 0.0821 atmosphere, liter, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. This value is generally used in all our numerical problems. Mostly we are using. When we want to express R in SI units, the SI unit of pressure is Pascal. So P is equal to 101,325 pascals. Volume will be in meter cube. That will be, so 1 liter is equal to 22.4 liters, 22.4 liters will be equal to 0.0224 meter cube. Temperature, there is no change, that is 273 Kelvin. And N is as such moles. We get here R is equal to, pressure is 101,325 pascals into volume is 0.0. To substitute all the values, moles, 1 mole, 273 Kelvin. So this comes out as 8.314. What is Pascal? It is Newton per meter square. Pascal is Newton per meter square and this is meter cube. Okay, so this comes out as joule. Did you get this? So we can put it as Pascal is Newton per meter square and then this is 0.0224 meter cube Kelvin. So this is equal to meter square, meter cube cancels. Newton into meter gives you joule. So 8.314 joules, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. Whenever R is expressed in terms of joules, the value is 8.314. Similarly, in CGS unit, one joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 ergs. So we can write R value as 8.314 into 10 to the power of 7 ergs, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. We can also express the work unit as calories. That time R value is equal to 1.987 calories, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse, as 4.184 joules is equal to 1 calorie. This is approximately taken as 1.99 or 2 calories, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. Now we can solve numericals based on the combined gas equation and ideal gas equation, which I'll discuss in my next video.